So the conversation about embodiment is not really a conversation about anatomy. It's a conversation about noticing. So yes, we're talking about different parts of the body, but something really interesting happens when you do a daily practice of relaxing your body where you can. As a person with a daily embodiment practice, I've noticed that there are some days where my body just feels so relaxed. And it's surprising because sometimes when I'm able to move from the chatter and the worrying and the incessant kind of rumination of a moment, I get stuck in these moments like everyone. What am I going to do? What about this? What about that? When I come back and I remember that I have a body and I'm aware that I have choices, humble, quiet choices in this moment, and I begin to notice what I'm feeling. I begin to notice the sensations right now in real time. It just slides me out of the rumination just enough to deepen into a present moment place. And then I can deepen into that present moment place a little bit more. And then I take a breath and I just notice what I can do in a particular moment to grant myself alignment, grant myself ease, even for a few seconds. And I relax into that. I soften into that. I melt into that. And in doing that, I've gifted myself and I've given myself, I've granted myself something really beautiful, really important. A moment of being in my body. A moment of being with myself. A moment of being my own friend, my own person. I've humanized my life just like that. I've countered the machine pace of AI commercials and bottomless scrolling and all the other things that are part of our world right now. I'm suggesting that we bring something else to that, being that we probably can't eliminate it. Not that we should. But if you're struggling with a thing, bring your embodiment to it rather than trying to fix it, change it, crush it, vanquish it, conquer it. Bring your embodiment to it and practice doing that little by little and see how, if, when, how that experience begins to morph, shift a little. Approach being with difficulty in a gradual, incremental way. Allow the practice of relaxing the body to hold you, feed you, nourish you. After noticing a place in your body where you're clenching, you're bracing, you're squeezing, you're kind of clamping down. After you notice a new place and you invite yourself to just soften a little bit, give yourself more than one time. Give yourself more than a day. Give yourself more than a month. Give yourself a year to return to that place gently, softly, over and over and over and over again. Relax the shoulders over and over and over and over again. Unclench your butt. Soften your belly. Open your palms. Stretch your toes over and over and over and over. There are very common places in the body based on how we live in the modern world that get kind of clenched and tightened. The jaw, the shoulders, the belly, the butt, maybe the thighs. I don't always know how to relax my thighs. The feet, the toes. There are places where we're literally like that. And those are the places where we can kind of get in there and do something. We can control those parts of our body, some of us, and sometimes. Notice the parts of your body that you can shift, adjust, relax. No, not everyone can wiggle their toes. Not everyone can do all the things you can do. And you may not be able to do all the things they can do. And I may not be able to do all the things you can do or they can do. Your body. Pay attention to your body. Start to pay attention to the places where you feel like you're fighting against, gripping, bracing, squeezing, clenching, and return to those places again and again and again and again and again, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And the days will begin to roll in where you have a different default setting physically. If you practice relaxing a place in your body where you can let go a little bit, the face, maybe, or the shoulders, or your tense butt, your tense gluteal muscles, or your gripping fingers or hands, and you just relax a little bit for just a few moments, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and you do that practice again and again and again and again and again. Your default setting shifts over time. Then your awareness muscle also gets stronger. You begin to notice more because you're practicing noticing every day. And when that happens, your insights change. What you notice changes. What you see and hear and think begins to shift and change also. The beauty of an embodiment practice is that the practice itself, at least our version of it, which is to really unbrace, to find the kind of tight, squeezy, clenchy places in your body and just let go where you can. The beauty of that practice is that it's so gentle. It's so incremental. And the rationale, the premise is, I have all the time in the world. I'm living anyway. I'm still living my life, doing all the things. I'm just choosing to relax my body along the way. Very gently, just for a few moments. And I'm doing it again. And I'm doing it again. And I'm doing it again. And I did it yesterday. And I'm doing it again. And I'm doing it again. And over time, you kind of begin to inhabit a moment a little bit differently, and you begin to notice a different feeling. Some days are still tough. Some days are still awful. Life is still imperfect. And there's this other layer of possibility, of willingness, of vitality that begins to bubble up as well in the presence of the imperfection, in the presence of the uncertainty, of the not knowing. So that's why we do an embodiment practice. So right now, 10 seconds, let's just relax the shoulders. And where in your body can you let go a little? That's the question. What's your personal, customized experience of this, of unbracing? Where do you notice yourself holding tension? And can you gently practice just relaxing a little bit? Not perfectly, not 100%, just a little bit. And return to that tiny practice as you're sitting in your meeting, standing online at the store, talking to someone in a conversation. Bring that practice of relaxing the body in to your waking hours. This is a really beautiful way to engage with a very basic level of intentionality. I am doing what I intend to do, of personal agency. I have a choice and I am making this choice to do X. Of awareness, I am aware of my body in this moment. You're engaging with all of these beautiful practices simply by choosing to unbrace where you can for a few seconds.